You know you. You do what's best for you. Like I said, this fits me. Okay, I'm a nurse hoe. I'm a nurse hoe. I spread my love wherever I need to get my money. And I want my money as soon as possible. Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to my channel. I am your fave Nurse B. She's giving skin today, giving a little knee action. Okay, this video, I'm going to talk about one of you all's favorite topics, money, money, money. So you all do not know, I am an LPN, which is a licensed practical nurse, or LVN in some areas. I work in long-term care and I am an agency nurse. So I have a whole playlist of videos just talking about agency nursing, pros and cons, how much I got paid when I first became agency nurse, which is totally different from now, why I enjoy agency nursing, what like my first experiences were like with agency nursing, and I even have vlogs where I'm at work ranting about what happened at work, or just kind of talking about what it really is like to be a nurse. Like, that's the thing, like I'm actually telling you, showing you like real time what it's like to be a nurse, because it's intense. So go check out the rest of my channel, my other videos. I have the link down below and probably up in the iCard up here. I already have a video talking about how much I got paid as far as like right when I left staff nursing. So if you don't know the difference between being a staff nurse versus agency nurse, basically the staff nurse is employed by that particular facility. That's where they work, whether it's PRN, part-time, full-time, whatever. That's their job. Okay, they are an employee. Me, I am considered an independent contractor because I work for an agency. The agency does not tell me you have to go to this place on this day, you have to be here at this time, or you're going to lose your job. No, I look and I see, okay, they got this available, this how much is paying. They got this available, this how much is paying. Or I say, hey, I'm available these days. They send me a list of all the places and how much they're paying, and I pick and choose where I want to go. If I don't want to go there anymore, I don't have to, and that's that. I can even call out from a shift. Sometimes there is a penalty depending on agency that you're in. That facility might say, we're not going to pick you up anymore. They DNR you, so do not return. They'll do that if you have issues, but for the most part, you pretty much do your own thing. You are considered an independent contractor when you are an agency staff, or agency nurse, I should say. And the agency pays you. That you are not an employee of the facility, you're just a visitor. Okay? Okay. So, right here in St. Louis, Missouri, which, just to be honest, St. Louis is probably one of the lower paying areas for nurses in general. St. Louis is very affordable to live in. The cost of living is not that much considered compared to other states, especially like, you know, coastal states like the West Coast, the East Coast. I'm right here in the Midwest, right in the middle, so we don't get paid that much here. So I'm looking up how much nurses get paid in my area, and this is about how much I would say staff nurses get paid based off what I've seen and what I've heard from people. From Indeed.com, they're saying that on average, LPNs get paid $26.08 per hour if you're a staff nurse. Now, of course, based on your experience, how long you've been at that company, it will fluctuate. Now, I actually did apply to be a staff nurse at a facility. Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year, towards the end of the probably like October-ish. Now, of course, some facilities are paying more now because they're very short on staff with nurses, hence why I'm an agency nurse, because I can go anywhere because they ain't got nobody. So I'm definitely in demand, and I'm gonna get paid because they don't have anybody. But they're willing to pay staff nurses a lot more than what they probably would have in the past, because they want to get people in the door. They want them to be there, on top of giving them sign-on bonuses, as well as like bonuses per shift, which I will talk about that a little bit later in the video, because I do have a kind of idea of how much some of these facilities are paying their staff nurses to do overtime, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But the place that I applied to, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like, support your girl, okay? And go check out my website, go check out my other channel, Stay Forever True. I'll be having these earrings up on my site. I know a lot of people have been asking about them. I have them in a lot of different colors. I stopped selling them for a while, and I'm going to get back to it since I'm off from school, and I'm on an LPN to RN journey. So I do have school videos, and I go back to school in the fall. I'll graduate with my RN May 2022. So definitely, you know, subscribe if you're interested in that. But back to, you know, let's talk about money. So anyhow, what was I saying? So when I applied for that job, they were paying their LPNs $33 an hour to get through the door because they needed LPNs back. I applied for it. I got the job. I got hired. I was about to go in for orientation. And I was like talking to my husband about it and really had to sit in my own self and be like, you know what? This is not for me. Agency nursing is for me. Like, I'm not a staff nurse. I can't be a staff nurse right now. I don't want to work in long-term care as a staff nurse ever again in my life. So, at least in my consciousness right now, that's not for me. So, it was $33 an hour. That is definitely not the average. I think most places, the most they'll go up to is like 27, 28, which is actually a decent amount for nursing, especially LPNs, because some states, they don't do that at all. It's a lot lower, especially for LPNs, because some states be dogging LPNs when they come to pay. I think that's a good amount. 33, I think, is definitely an anomaly, but I think 26, 27, maybe 28, maybe even 30 in some areas, some places, that's about how much you're going to get paid right now as a nurse coming through the door, working at a facility. I would say probably the lowest is maybe 25, but some places are definitely like, say I was still at my old job. Yeah, I'm sure I would only be at maybe like $24.50 right now. Honestly, the trajectory that things were going at, as far as like how much my raises were and based off how much I was getting paid when I left, like I said, I have a video talking about that. I would be surprised. I would probably at the highest be at 25, maybe. And I left there 2 years ago. So yeah, that's that. So that's about how much staff nurses are getting paid here in St. Louis, Missouri. Of course, I ain't all up in their pockets, but just from, you know, I listen. Homegirl will listen. I key. I get the tea when I go to these places, and I listen. On that note, let's drink a little tea. Just some green tea. Nice and cleansing to the palate. So yes, so as an agency nurse, this is how much I get paid as an agency nurse. So I work for 3 different agencies. I really only pick up at 2 because the other one, honey, I'm not going there no more. But well, I don't know, they might have, no, because they make you wait for your money too much. But anyways, I go to mainly 2 agencies. Okay, so the thing with it is they will have typically like their base pay. One of the agencies is like 26 to 27 for agency nurses. I'm not going anywhere for less than $30. Even $30, I'm like, even $35, I'm like, do I really need this money? Because this place takes out taxes. Now, some agencies don't take out taxes, and some agencies do. And of course, you can always file exempt. But one of the agencies take out taxes, and their base pay is like 26, 27. Now, of course, when a facility needs you to really come in, they'll be like, oh, $28. Or they'll be like, let me look at the exact, what did I just do? Let me look at the exact rates, because I have them here for you all. They'll be like, come in for $28 an hour. They'll keep inching it up. So say it's 1 o'clock right now. 1 o'clock, and I want to go pick up an evening shift. No, say it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I want to pick up an evening shift. I'll go on my app, and I'll be like, okay, I'm available to work this evening as a nurse. And it'll show me a list of places. And it'll be like, oh, this place is paying 27, 28, whatever. And then inching closer and closer to the time you're supposed to go in. I haven't picked anything. Say the shift starts at like 2:45, 3 o'clock. That's usually when most evening shifts start. Say it's like 1:30. They might bump it up and be like, hey, such and such really needs your help for $30. Dollar sign emoji with the tongue dollar sign. They be doing the most. These agencies be like, one time they was like, we know you got bills to pay. Come pick up the shift. I'm like, they're like, don't you want a little extra change for this weekend? I was like, y'all just put up the shifts. I don't need y'all to be doing like that to me. Like, please don't. They be doing the most. So they really want you to come in, because you know that's how they get paid. They not gonna get paid unless you get paid. Okay, when you gonna pay me? When I get paid. So they'll do that as it inches closer. So say you still haven't picked up a shift, right? And it's 2:45. The shift already started. It's 3 o'clock. It's 3:30. No nurses have picked up the shift. This facility really needs nurses. Or somebody called out last minute, or they didn't even look at the freaking schedule, and now they realize they don't have a nurse. They call agency, they're like, hey, we really need a nurse, let's bump it up. They might bump it up. It might have been 27 this morning, but right now they will gladly have you come in for 35. And on top of that, you coming in for 35, you might not even have to clock in till 5 o'clock, get off at 11 o'clock, and you still get paid for the full 8 hours. You still get paid for the full 8 hours. So that's one of the great things about agencies. Not all agencies do late calls. Not all facilities do late calls. But that's how it'll be. You'll keep waiting. That's why sometimes it's like a game. You wait and you wait, and sometimes you just don't be winning. Like today, I have been on this thing where I was making consistently, I'm gonna tell y'all, for the most part, I've been consistently making the same amount with facilities, and I'm like, or above, and I'm like, I ain't going under that. I don't want to go in for that amount. So today I was like, dang, they need to bump it up. They need to bump it up, but it's getting closer to the weekend. I didn't even think about that. It's getting closer to the weekend. Father's Day, all of that is coming up. I should have thought about that. So I was like, I'll just wait. Then boom, the shift left. I'm like, dang. Then I was like, they take out too much taxes. I don't want to go there. Boom, it was gone again. Another facility. Then they finally showed me another facility, and it was only paying like 36. And I was like, dang it, I should have took the other facility that was paying more. So that's the thing. Sometimes you can play the game and lose your shift. But say it's like a Monday. Some people don't like to pick up on Mondays. Weekends, some people don't like to pick up on weekends. Sometimes weekends go fast because automatically on the weekends, they for sure are going to consider it critical pay, where they will bump it up, because weekends are very hard to staff people in general. People call off a lot on the weekends. So sometimes it's a game. It just depends. Now, I want to tell you all how much I consistently get paid, at least for like, I don't know, for a minute. I've been consistently be like, this is where I be at. Now I will go under that because sometimes there's certain things that I want to do, I want to take care of, or there's just not a lot of shifts available for that day, for the time that I want to go, or it's places that I do not want to go. So that's the thing too. So you might go somewhere. Oh, so going back a little bit. So with the late call, so say even with late call, say they are only paying like 34 an hour, right? But it's a late call. So say you get there by 5 o'clock and you get off at 11, you're only working for 6 hours, but you're gonna get paid for the 8. And say, what did I say? Say they're only paying 30, just $30. So, but technically if you do 30 divided by 5, oh wait, no, not 30 divided by 5, 30, how much is it? What did I want to do? Not working 2 hours, but you're still going to get paid for those 2 hours. So within those 2 hours, if you're getting paid 30 an hour, that's $60. You divide that by the actual amount of hours that you're going to work, which is just the 6 hours. That's basically saying that you're getting paid, what did I say, 60 divided by 6. That basically saying you're getting paid 40 an hour because you're only working for 6 hours. So if you do the math like that, you'd be like, you know what, yes, I'm only getting paid 30 an hour, but I'm really only working 6 hours, so really I'm getting paid 40 an hour. Did I say 40 an hour? Yeah, 40. Did I do the math right, y'all? Let me know, because I know sometimes I just be like, I don't know where I be at, but I think I did the math right. When it comes to money, I be feel like I be doing, well, for me, I be doing it right. But sometimes the video, I don't know what I be thinking, but let me know, did I do the math right? But you get what I'm saying? If you look at it like that, sometimes you're like, it's worth it. Especially, say it's something you had to do. Like one time I had to take my daughter to an appointment, and I was like, dang, but I want to pick up a shift tonight. And her appointment was like at 3 o'clock. No. Yeah, it was at 3 o'clock, I think. And by the time I got home, I was like, let me see if they got a late call. They had a late call, and I didn't have to be there until like 5. I was like, well, okay, I can do this. So it worked out for me, and I still got paid for that full shift. So sometimes it does work for you, especially in the morning time. I'll get up with my kids, get them together while my husband is still getting his rest, and I get them the food, get their lunch and all that. I'm chilling, I can relax, and then I'll do a late call, and I'll go in at like 10:30 or whatever and be chill for the rest of the shift. All I gotta do is some afternoon AccuChecks, maybe give a few pills, call a few doctors here and there, and keep it pushing. So it just really depends on how you look at it and how you want to make your money, how you want to move things around. So I just want to put that out there. So the amount that I have consistently been making, that I'm like, this is my amount. I'd be like, this is what I'm waiting on, is $40 an hour or more. Which, if you compare that to the 26, 25, 27, maybe even 28 that nurses are getting paid right now in St. Louis in long-term care facilities on average, really, if you want to go by Indeed.com, which I feel like is close, very close to how much people are getting paid, $26 an hour compared to 40, baby, that's what, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's in the teens. So that's $14 more, okay? Times that by 8. That's $112 more a shift that I'm getting paid compared to a staff nurse that's going to have to wait 2 weeks to get paid. Oh, but what about my benefits and my 401k? And I don't like agency. It's just going back and forth. It's too much. Agency nursing is not for everybody. Staff nursing is not for everybody. This is what works best for me, my situation, being a student, being a mother, being an entrepreneur, being a free spirit, and being a homegirl who likes to collect her coin. If I'm going to walk out the house and go work with somebody else, because even though I am a nurse, it's a career, I'm still working with somebody else, okay? That's the end of it. I'm still buying into somebody else's dream and somebody else, helping somebody else get rich. If I'm going to do that, I am going to work on making the amount that I feel like is worth it and getting the most out of it. If I'm taking precious time away from my 2 beautiful children and my loving husband and my career outside of nursing, like, comment, and subscribe, okay? If I'm doing that, then I want to make a good amount of money. I feel like you should. But I know some people, they differ, and that's okay. But honestly, you all, more and more nurses are going to agency nursing. Like, y'all don't. Oh my goodness, it's so many nurses that are coming into agency nursing and CNAs as well. It's crazy. But I have seen some agency nurses switch on over to staff nursing. So let's talk a little bit more about staff nursing. So I said, typically here in St. Louis, base pay is 26. Now, I was talking to a staff nurse the other day, and she was like, I was doing agency, but I decided to go ahead and come on here as staff. And she was like, really, when I pick up on my days off, I'm making the same amount as agency. So I just find it to be easier for me. She said, I honestly don't mind waiting on my money because that's what helps me to be more responsible with my money, which hey, go for it. You do what's best for you. Like I said, this fits me. Okay, I'm a nurse hoe. I spread my love wherever I need to get my money. And I want my money as soon as possible. That's just how I am. Admit to it. If you a nurse hoe, like, comment, and subscribe. You a CNA hoe, like, comment, and subscribe. So I took this little clip when I went into a facility, and they were paying, oh my goodness, did I lose it? Hold on. So it says bonuses, Monday through Friday night. Pick up a shift on any of these days and earn the following bonuses, plus weekend differential if applicable. So it says casual / PRN employees are not eligible, and it says associates are only eligible for this incentive if they have not called off for any of the assigned shifts during the pay period in which they pick up a bonus shift. You got to read that disclaimer, because I didn't see that when I had first filmed this when I was at somebody else's job, right? So that's that too, because what if something happened? That's the thing. Oh my goodness, these jobs be trying to take everything. They try to give it to you and snatch it. Gotta be quicker than that. They snatch it right away from you. But anywho, say you're a nurse. Okay, so the LP and RNs get $150. So say you're not making that much. Say you're making 26, which honestly is a decent amount. Because my mindset has been 40, right? 40, that's what's good for me. That's where I've been at. So, but say you make 28 an hour. Okay, you work an 8-hour shift. And then on top of that, say you're working, you're in overtime at this point. Because I'm assuming that you also get your overtime pay. They didn't say that, but I'm assuming you get your overtime pay too. So say you get overtime pay too. So, okay, so we said, say this person's making 27. So they're really going to be making 13.5 plus 27. So they're going to be making 40.5 an hour times an 8-hour shift plus 150. this is how much they making per shift. $4.74 per shift. So that's a good bonus. That's a really, really good bonus. But you gotta be in overtime. You can't have no days you clock off, and you're picking up an extra day. So what if you already work 5 days a week already? And then you about to pick up another day? Now $4.75 is good. But if you get taxed, I know not everybody gets taxed, but you getting taxed, I usually just take out 20% for tax. So what did I say? $4.74 minus 95. So this is about how much you're gonna get paid after that. Okay, so this is, you're a nurse working in a facility, you have not called off, and you get time and a half, which I said was like $40.50 an hour, plus you're getting the bonus of $150. Then you take out your taxes. It's probably gonna be like $3.79. It might even bump you up higher, because you know, once you make even more, it bumps you up higher into a higher tax bracket. So that's that too. You know, you understand how the overtime thing be so jacked up. That's still a good rate. So let me do the math again to make sure we're on point. Let me know, y'all. Oh, is Nurse B on point with this math? Let me know. I don't mind, y'all. Let me know. So 13. Oh no, wait. 27. Did I say they getting paid 27 or 28? So I said 27 an hour. So 27 an hour, time and a half would be $40.50 times an 8-hour shift would be $324, plus the $150 would be $4.74. And then we subtract 20%. So 20% would be that times 0.20, 94.8. So let's just say 95. So 474 minus 95 would put you at $379 for that shift. But like I said, you probably worked your 40 hours. You could not call off in the span of these 2 weeks, right? Then you worked overtime. Okay. To make $379 after 20% of taxes, just to be a little, you know, conservative. I usually do 20%, but hey, it might be more by now, because honestly, I have not had taxes. I have had taxes taken. I don't know. Let's just say 20% for taxes, just because that's what I always use. I don't know if it changed. I don't freaking know. Let me know in the comment section. So 20%, we said $379, right? Did we say $379? Okay, we said $379. So me, as an agency nurse coming in, say I pick up the same shift for $40 an hour times 8, I'm gonna get paid $320, no taxes taken out. And let's just say take $2 off, because one of my agencies, now one agency, like I said, takes taxes out, one agency doesn't take taxes out. So let's say we go to an agency that doesn't take taxes out. Let's go to the higher end, right? Only high end, but they take $2 out if you want to get paid like the next day, which is usually what I do. It'll be $318. So we said $347. Why did I not write this down? $347 minus $61. $61. So $61, it's still $61. You can go out to eat, you know, depending on who you're going out with. You know, you can put some gas in your car, you can buy groceries. $61, you can, you know, get your hair done, I don't know, nails done, I guess. Put it towards something. Put it towards a little something. $61, you can do a lot with $61. That might, you know, like I said, fill up your tank. And then still has a little money left over. So $61 is the difference that you're making compared to the agency nurse who's coming in for that one shift. More than likely they're going to get paid that next day, that same night, whatever. Sometime within that week they about to get paid. They might only work that one shift that whole week. They don't have to do any overtime to come in and get paid that amount. They don't have to be on their 7th day of working or 6th day of working that week and then got to turn around and work another 5 days out the next week and can't call off. So you see the difference between agency nurse versus staff nurse. $61, don't get me wrong. $61 is $61. You can give me, hey, cash at me $61 right now. I will be happy. I will gladly take $61. I ain't got no problem with it. Okay, thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe. You can always cash out your girl. Okay, buy me some you know, some tea. I always love tea. A new pack of tea or whatever. Pay for me to get a little thermometer for work, because I freaking left my thermometer at a facility. I left my blood pressure cuff at a facility too, but they saw my name on it and it was like, oh, I found your blood pressure cuff, here you go. I was like, you know what, You the real MVP. But I digress, I digress. But $61 is that's the only how much more you're making compared to the agency nurse. But that's only if your facility is offering a bonus, only if you don't call off within that shift, and only if you're willing to go into overtime, and only if you're getting 27. What if you're not even getting 27 an hour? What if you're getting less? You could be getting more, but what if you're getting less? Work smarter, not harder. I'm not telling anybody to change it up. Do whatever fits you, but it's always an option. Just know that it's with nursing, we have options, okay? We are the bag. We are the bag. Okay, we ain't gotta chase the bag, we the bag. So we have options as nurses. Please remember that. I did not know that. I did not believe that. I felt like I was so stuck in my job, making $21, making $18.50, making $19.50 as a new nurse. And even after that, they still was barely giving me. I was fighting to try to get $1 raise, like, yeah, and still didn't get it. Working my butt off. I mean, working my butts off. And then come up there doing overtime, like working and get your check. You be like, when you get a regular check without overtime, you're like, this is all I'm worth? Oh! But agency nursing, baby, I don't work here. I can come in and I don't work here. So just even if we do the difference of, say you make 27 an hour, you work an 8-hour shift, you're gonna make $216, compared to that agency nurse that's coming in making $40 an hour and they make $318. This, you telling me this person comes in, we doing the same exact job and they getting paid $100 more than me? And you know, quietness is kept. It's not even quiet for real, but people talk a lot of stuff about agency nurses, and they be like, they just coming out and be want to do nothing, and be and they getting paid all this money. Yeah, they are, and they gonna keep getting paid all this money. What you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do about it? So it's like, yeah, they are. You can do it too. So anyhow, that's the difference. For me, honestly, I do not work for less than 30, and I'm proud to say that, because it was at one point where I was like, I don't want to leave here because I'm not gonna get paid enough. Like, I'm only gonna probably make only 23 an hour, 24 an hour. And like I remember being like, I want to make 25 an hour. I really wanted to do it, and people was just like, you want to make how much? Like, girl, you ain't gonna make that nowhere else, so you stay where you at, basically. And so I was so insecure about my what do you call it, my bankability as a nurse, especially as an LPN. And I felt like, dang, I ain't gonna be able to do it. But now you can do it. Trust me, you can do it. You can make the money. And even with the taxes being taken off, you would still make more money than that regular nurse. And you would not have all those responsibilities and having to work your butt off coming in to do overtime and do all this extra stuff. If you don't want to work that week, you don't work that week. You don't get paid that week, but you don't work that week. You want to take a whole month off? Great. You want to work for a whole entire month? Great. And then take a whole month off? Great. Do you? That's why I will always do agency nurse and agency nurse till I die. But I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be a nurse till I die. Anyways, if you all want me to do a separate video about agency CNAs, let me know, because I have talked to a few CNAs about how much they get paid, and I could ask a few more people what's a good rate for CNAs. And I can do a video for you all talking about that difference as well, because I know I have not done a whole bunch of CNA videos. So if y'all want to know some more, put them in the comment section. I love you all so much. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for riding with your girl. It's much appreciated. Highly, highly, highly appreciated. I don't take any of you all lightly. Much love is given and put out to you all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other channel. Check out my site. I don't know when I'm going to put these earrings up, but I do still sell crystals and other things on my site. Both of my sites. I also have some study materials as well for you all. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know. Are these good rates for nurses? Do you feel like this is a good amount? Do you feel like you could do this? Do you think, I don't know, I make this much. No, I don't leave the house unless it's 35. I don't leave the house for less than 40. So what? Let me know. Because I know once that RN get on the end of my name, it's gonna be even more once I decided to do agency nursing or travel nursing. So there's like, it's like so much. Okay, so definitely look at my channel. I have an entire catalog of very, very valuable information, so help me to grow. I love you all. I appreciate you all.